Let's celebrate those with imagination.
Hi everyone, Ed here from Shades of Vengeance. Now, in this video, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an indication about character creation for Era Balam. Before I start though, I just want to mention that Era Balam is available not only in the Era D10 rule set, which I'll be showing you in this video, but also in Fate and Savage Worlds, and we've got some great people in the team who are going to work to make sure that the game reflects the feel of those systems in the right sort of way. But if you want to play Era Balam in Fate or Savage Worlds, please make sure that you have the rulebook for those rule sets, because while the Era D10 rulebook will actually contain all of the rules that you need to play, the same is not true of the Savage Worlds and the Fate versions due to the nature of the open gaming license that we're using. So I would like to begin by showing you the character creation for Era Balam, and I'm just going to sit here and make a character very quickly. So obviously the player is me, Ed, and the name of this character is going to be Faith. I'm going to say that her quirk is war-weary. So she's been in the war since the very start, and she's been defending humanity for all of that time, and she's basically been forced to be the last survivor of several units because she happens to be just a better pilot than other people. And so she's going to find herself very isolated and alone as a character. Concept is veteran. Now, there's plenty of space down here. Unfortunately, the sheet got cut off a little by my printer, but there's plenty of space down here to write out lots of background for the character, which I'm not going to do right now. I just want to demo the basics of character creation. So, I'm going to start with the attributes, and the attributes are given 6, 5, and 4 in any order. It doesn't, but in the rows. But it can be in any order, so it could be 6, 5, 4, or 6, 5, 4, or whatever else you like. Now in this game, the strength, the stamina, and the dexterity are actually functions of the paladin ship that you're flying itself, rather than of the character. Whereas obviously the intelligence, charisma, willpower, wits, and luck are actually something that's the pilot's main domain. So only together are they an entire character. The game is based on the idea that you will have to be in your ship for the majority of the time. So I'm going to start with 4 on the top row here, and I'm going to give her 4 intelligence, 1 charisma. As I said, she's a bit isolated socially from other people, and 2 strength. I'm then going to move on to stamina and willpower, and I'm going to give her 3 stamina, total of 3 stamina. So you add 6, 5, and 4. So I've added 4 here, you'll notice, and 5 here. You start with the basic 1, which is the well below the human average. 2.5 is the human average in the Era D10 rule set. And then finally for dexterity, I'm going to add a couple of points in there, a couple of points in wits, and a couple of points in luck. So this is a fairly even build that's going to mean that she has the opportunity to do a wide variety of different things. So on to the derived stats here. Size of a paladin is 5. Her notoriety, so she's a war-weary veteran. I'm going to say she has a notoriety of 3. People have heard of her, they know of her, they've heard about her amazing exploits. Her encumbrance is actually the encumbrance of the ship, which is 10. And her speed is going to be 10. Her initiative is the sum of her wits and willpower, which is going to be a total of 7. Her defense is the lowest of wits and dexterity, which is a 3. And I'm now going to move on to choosing her main module. Now, the main module is a little bit like a class for your character. So depending on the main module that you choose, you're going to have different abilities for your ship. So I'm going to say that she has a salvage module. Okay. So these have a damage of 7 and are unable to have the kill threshold for each one of their drones. So they carry 3 drones, which can go a maximum of 20 distance units. Usually in Era D10 it would be meters. As we're dealing with spaceships, it's probably a bit further than that, but I'm a little bit non-specific as to exactly how far that is. I'm going to let you imagine. It's probably kilometers. Her forward guns are going to be the standard model, assuming I can write straight, which have a damage of 7 and a kill of also not applicable. And in fact, they also have a range of 20, and shots are 2 times 2. She has 2 of the standard forward guns. That's how any paladin starts. She's now able to choose a number of different pieces of equipment. She'll begin with some automatic stuff, but I'm also going to give her just 1 or 2 small extras from the equipment list, which includes an advanced targeting system. I'm just going to give her the 1, although with a standard character, you'd actually get to choose 3 from this list, which does include some interesting and powerful things. So it has a trade value of 2, an encumbrance of 2, and on its own it does nothing in terms of damage and kill bonus. What an advanced targeting system lets you do is actually target the enemy's subsystems by choice rather than by random. So, next I'm going to have to deal with her skills. And I'm going to give her a nice gunnery score. Again, the skills work by a number of points that you choose to assign to the row. It's 11, 7, and 4 in this case. So I'm going to give her 4 gunnery. I'm going to give her 2 investigation. That's a total of 6. I'm going to give her 2 stealth. That's a total of 8. 1 survival, 2 survival because she survived all this time, and 1 0G for a total of 11. I'm just going to fill in the level that she's level 1. Next, I'm going to give her some computer skill, just a little bit, some engineering skill, and then I'm going to use the remainder of her 7 points on salvage. She obviously has the salvage drones, which give her an advantage, but she's going to be really quite good with her salvage drones and have a lot of dice on her salvage rolls. Next, I'm just going to assign the last 4 points. She's going to have 3 intimidation, and I'm going to give her 1 esteem from her time serving. And there you go. That's actually a completed character for Era Balam. That's everything that you need in order to go ahead and play. You can fill in these and just write standard in each one, as she has standard maneuver engine, standard armor, and so on. I'm not going to bother in this case. The main module, of course, is the salvage module. And that's actually everything that you need in order to do character creation. So I'm going to do another video, which I'll post separately, which will allow you to see what the combat looks like in Era Balam. I'm going to use Faith here and also another character which I made called Joe. And I'm just going to give you a quick demo of what combat might look like. But for now, that's everything from me. Thank you very much for watching, and please let me know in the comments if you have any questions.